Inquisitor, the 30 defense, combat only, ultimate Ironman. With the full Inquisitor's armor set in his possession, a new main goal is at hand. Acquire the Inquisitor's mace and complete various sub-goals along the way. His journey continues today. Last time on Inquisitor, following our introduction to the brand new Royal Titans boss, we got ourselves the teleport item to bring us directly there. Ooh. And we managed to score one of the two brand new prayer scrolls. Let's go. Oh, and just before we continue this journey, you remember this from last episode, right? My Sanguinesti staff is still my best in slot for pillars. Good. Let's begin.
Another prep.
An elite clue? Be completable? I don't think that's completable. Unlucky. 100 KC has been achieved. Oh, nice.
Hey, 136. That's a big PB. Oh,
Yeah.
143.
That was like 10 seconds.
Or 7 seconds.
Oh, okay, well, close enough, right?
Yeah, potatoes.
Very nice. Ooh, another elite. Be completable. Yeah, it's completable. That's a casket. Woo. 111 KC into day one, and it was getting late for Burn, so he decided to call it. I took a little break for dinner and decided to come back. Hey, new PB, let's go. Shout out to Rova. Oh, well, okay. 133 KC. Okay. Not gonna lie, sort of would have preferred the prayer scroll, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm not gonna complain about it. Ooh. Is it completable? It is! Woo! And we even score another elite clue to finish off today. That is very cool. So we will not top off the rune pouch because it is full. We'll drop the rest of this stuff over to the main account and we are done for today. Wow. What a big day one. Let me tell you, that is not where I wanted to go. We will scroll down to the Royal Titans section and we see that we are already 4 out of 7 with 4 pendants, amulets, whatever. We are missing the Deadeye Prayer, we are missing the Fire Element Staff, and the pet, though we aren't necessarily going for the pet. But since I've got this Ice Element Staff crown, is it 6k high elk? Okay, so that's not too great. So I guess I may as well just finish the staff. I'm really enjoying these bosses, I'm not gonna lie. I think they did a fantastic job on this update, and that's not to mention that I still need this prayer scroll, but I think I'll stay to complete the staff, even though it's pretty much useless for me. Why not? I enjoy the boss. What can I say? I've started to tackle this extremely long clue list, and I just unlocked a music track by heading north towards my elite clue step. That's sort of cool. Ah, there's nothing you hate to see more. All right, what's the drop step? Warriors Guild with the Black Salamander. Goodbye, elite clue. Thank you for playing. From 5 elite clues and 6 hard clues, this is what our list is down to now, and we have 3 hard caskets in an elite. We're gonna do the elite casket last. So the hard caskets are as follows. Hey, Ceradomin plate body. I was afraid I was going to have to completely delete this clip and simply be sad that I had nothing to share with you all. And that is a lovely high elk. And the elite casket will hold. Please be a mimic. I've wanted to fight these for so long. An elite clue of all time. Wow, that was horrible. Horrible, it's so bad. 4 prayer potions from soloing this boss? That's really good. Hey! Hell yeah. Love to see it. We're gonna read it real quick. Learn Deadeye. Yeah, it's bluish something now. Holy moly. This is game changing. So I can be done with this boss now if I like, but I think I'm gonna start looting Branda, the Fire Queen, and see if I can complete the staff too, because Why not? This is fun. That was 152 KC. Much like Mystic Vigor, the Deadeye Prayer Scroll is an upgrade to Eagle Eye. Deadeye, requiring level 62 prayer to use, boosts your range attack by an additional 3% over Eagle Eye, an additional 3% to range strength, and by 5% to your defense bonus. Non-magical, of course. With my base set and the crossbow, my max hit goes from 23 to 24, and while overloaded in the Chambers of Xeric with my Dragon Hunter crossbow with runite bolts, shooting the Great Olm's head, my max hit goes from 51 to 52. Nice little DPS upgrades. No. Oh, yo! No, that's actually really f***ing good. Yo, that staff's... Okay, I just had a revelation. The Twin Flame Staff is good for me in a very niche scenario that you all know and love. The Chambers of Xeric. Remember how I used my Mystic Smoke Staff on Ice Demon? Well, the Twin Flame Staff is almost 2. Okay, I lied. It's 1.3 DPS more than my Mystic Smoke Staff. And in duos with Zuro, I need water runes anyways for entangles, which means that I should be able to work into my setup fairly nicely. And that'll help us get through Ice Demon faster. Hell yeah, badass. I have a use for the staff. I'm not coping whatsoever. So with that in mind and the prayer scrolls in hand, we can move those over to the completed section and add the Twin Flame Staff to the goals list. Ooh, elite clue. Is it completable, Sherlock? Oh! Yeah! We're green logging the boss, bro! Oh my god, we both have the pet. Oh my god, we're griefing too. Give me the free hits. Oh, everyone's gonna be upset about that one. Oh, what a day, what a day. Oh my god. So I'm not gonna lie, this is not a boss that I was planning on green logging at release. But it's gonna happen. We are going to complete the Twin Flame Staff, and then we're done at this boss. As sad as it is to say, because I actually really enjoy this one, as I've been saying all throughout this video so far. So yeah, that's actually crazy. I've never had mixed feelings about potentially completing a boss so quickly before, but this is one of those things where it's like, holy crap, look at it go. The homie completed Giants. Holy elite clue. Is it completable? West side of the Isle Souls, it is. Hey! Hey, we did it. We done. Green log. I'll finish the kill. Yeah, he just changed his setup too. So that was KC 185. And we green logged the boss. Now I need to figure out how to get a battle staff. Look at it. We're coming in. Where it is? There it is. Royal Titans completed in 185. We did the extra kill because the homie literally just geared up. I feel bad. I'm sorry, Woke. I appreciate you coming out though. Contrary to popular belief, you cannot buy a battle staff at Zaf's, and you don't get access to the barrel until you've done the diary. They're not here for you to take. So to Twisted Banshees we go. I also wanted to mention, because it might come up, the Magic Guild store is locked behind the Hand in the Sand quest. Thank you, botters. All right, so while I kill these Banshees so that we can get our battle staff to assemble the staff, the whole Giants grind cost me 3,825 ether. I'd say that's pretty good. I think I profited blood runes slightly, and my main account has a majority of my loot I did sell some of it, so we're probably sitting at around 1.8 mil, I believe. But if you want to take this at face value, you can. Of course, I have some of the clue rewards mixed in because I got those clues from the Royal Titans. But as I'm sure you can surmise, I really enjoyed the Giants. I think they are a fantastic update, and they accomplish the whole goal. Swap your gear, learn how, get rewarded. Very nice. Oh, additionally, I'm throwing around the idea of this Twin Flame Staff replacing my Mystic Smoke Staff, because off the top of my head, the only place that I believe I used this Mystic Smoke Staff was at Ice Demon, and the Twin Flame Staff, I have calculated, as previously mentioned, is a 1.3 DPS increase over the Mystic Smoke Staff, which simply just makes it better than it. Now, the only thing I'd have to account for is the Mystic Smoke Staff has unlimited fire and air runes. The Twin Flame Staff has unlimited water and fire runes. Now, for water runes, I found I didn't really use those as much on this account, which is why I've been fine without them all this time, and if I needed them, I'd simply just buy them for Slayer. But air runes are something that I need, as they are a core of pretty much all of the teleport spells that matter to me. Aside from the Corinne Castle one, of course, but Teleport to House, the Varrock Teleport, Camelot Teleport, these are teleports that I use on the normal spellbook, right? So if I do end up dropping the Mystic Smoke Staff, the one alternative that I can go for is farming dust runes from Dust Devils. Now, while combat-only accounts cannot be assigned Dust Devils as Slayer tasks due to quests, if I remember correctly, they can kill them as long as they wear the correct gear, the face mask. So this would just become an AFK grind, and truth be told, I like AFK grinds. So that is my reasoning, and it is a consideration right now. There it is, the battle staff just before we ran out of prayer. Let's get out of here. The moment wait, does this give XP? Surely this doesn't give XP, right? All right, well, the wiki's never done me wrong before. Let's use these on each other, I guess. Oh, cool. All right. The staff has been created. That looks so cool. Oh yeah. Fun boss, fun grind, cool looking staff. And with that said and done, we can now add the Twin Flame Staff to the completed section of the goals list. I gotta admit, it felt pretty good to greenlog that boss in 2 days. Just before we bid sayonara, a farewell to our brand new pet, we'll have a little conversation. How's the weather down there? Hot. Ah, I'm sorry to hear that. No, I like. Oh, right, yeah, that makes sense. Is there different ones? Anywhere you want to go? Home? Maybe another day. All right, Metamorph. Ice Giant. How's the weather down there? Cold. Ah, I'm sorry to hear that. No, I like. Okay, so it's the opposites. Ah, right, that makes sense. Is there anywhere you want to go? Home. Maybe another day. Rick and Bran. Oh, looks like a chill guy. Oh, yep, that's a reference, all right. Might have a short temper. Oh, it's a Game of Thrones reference. Interesting. I thought the names looked familiar. It's been a minute since I've watched Game of Thrones, though. And that is what it looks like in the inventory. Pick up the ice version. And that's what that one looks like in the inventory. Goodbye to you, our pet. We got Slayer to do, Phosanis to slay, so on and so forth. Our inventory to sort out. Also, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this giant soul amulet now. I obviously don't need it, so I am probably just gonna end up dropping it. Inspect. Oh, it has an inspect option? If you hit inspect, it says, a powerful staff that can cast 2 bolt, blast, or wave spells at once. Prioritizes casting spells that match your foe's elemental weakness and gives a 10% accuracy and damage bonus for the standard spellbook spells. Cool, okay. Well, it's sort of like the Mystic Smoke Staff on the front that it gives a 10% accuracy and damage bonus for standard spellbook spells. But of course it has that extra magical effect, or 2, I guess in this instance. The first Sherlock step Incompletable. And the second Sherlock step will be incompletable. So I did some DPS calculations for Araxite tasks when attacking the level 146 Araxites. The Twin Flame Staff is actually better than the Trident with Fire Wave. However, casting Fire Wave costs around 680 coins per cast compared to a normal Trident, which costs around 315 coins per cast. Granted, you get an additional 0.6 DPS with the Twin Flame Staff, but it's over double the cost. And in my given situation, I think I should be saving all of my money for blood runes for Phosani. So we will say a GG to 114 charges on the Giant Soul Amulet. Just trying to think before I out this. I don't think I need teleports to any of these particular locations. I'm not too worried about combat achievements right now, so I think we're just going to get rid of the Giant Soul Amulet. Worst comes to worst, if I need to grind them out, focus on some combat achievements, I don't think running there will be too big of a detriment. So, Zalk it up. Goodbye. Thank you for playing. That was plus 3k, by the way. I'm rich. All right, so it appears as if I calculated something wrong. Apparently for the Phosani Nightmare Totems, if you use Fire Wave with the Twin Flame Staff and the new Mystic Vigor Prayer, if I have my Bis magic gear on, this aside from the Brimstone Ring, it's actually my new best in slot DPS. However, there's a caveat. It's only 0.12 more DPS than my Sang. However, that saves me a lot of money. However, that also means instead of dropping my Phosani setup from a 6-way swap to a 5-way swap with the Sanguinesti staff, I'll be increasing it to a 7-way swap because I will need to bring this whole setup when before I would not bring the Infinity Hat. So it's technically my new best in slot for Phosani. No mistakes are allowed. Furthermore, there's 75 million hit points in the health skill. So remember what I said about thermonuclear smoke devil tasks in the past? Well, I would like to apologize for my transgressions. Yeah, we got 72 doses this task. That is absolutely insane. Give me the Sanfews. Clues moved, Sanfews deposited, and we now have 349 doses. Awesome. I have solved my staff issue, or maybe I should say I've made up my mind. So all that really needs to change in order to swap from my Mystic Smoke Staff to the Twin Flame Staff is I need to have an inventory slot which works as a flex rune slot. This means that I'm now going to be putting law runes, earth runes, and nature runes inside of my rune pouch. And this slot in my inventory now will become the flex slot. Now what does that mean? It essentially means that I need to sell all these soul runes because I have no other use for them aside from teleporting on the Arceus spellbook. They're pretty integral to this spellbook after all. I hovered over the wrong ones. The Respawn teleport, Frankenstein's Castle teleport, and the Barrows teleport. And whenever I'm not using the Arceus spellbook, I will have air runes in this slot, which then covers all of the teleports on the normal spellbook. Granted, it is a bit more of an inconvenience now, as I'll have to go to the various rune shops in order to get resupplied with the correct rune. However, I don't think that's that big of a deal compared to what I was initially thinking, because I thought I was gonna have to death pile every time I swapped my spellbooks. I'm just glad I don't have to do that. I think a simple trip to our favorite extortionate store, the Arceus General Store for soul runes, is acceptable when we want to swap our spellbook. I did want to show that this works for both spellbooks, as when I swap to the normal spellbook, I can teleport to Kourend Castle with this Twin Flame Staff, which of course brings me to the center of Kourend, and it's just a simple run, skip, and a jump away over to the General Store for soul runes if I want to swap to the Arceus spellbook. And of course, from the Arceus spellbook, I believe the closest teleport to a rune shop is practically the same, except I'm going to the Arceus library. I take the minecart down over to here, and then we go north to the rune shop here, the magic shop. So without further ado, we will drop the Mystic Smoke Staff. We appreciate this staff. It's served us well over the years that we've had it. But out with the old and in with the new, as they say. And the first thing I'm doing after this is selling the Soul Rune stack, because I need to swap to my normal spellbook for the Abyssal Demons task I just got. And with everything said and done, it is gone. We're dedicated. This is our life now. We are a twin flame staffer. All right, and with this last world hop, all of the soul runes have been sold, around 16,000 for a little over 900k. Yeah. Extortionate Ragath. Oh, and what do you know? Without soul runes, the only teleport we have on this spellbook is the Arceus Library teleport, which is the one that we need to get as close to a magic shop as possible. So I think this is gonna work out. So we will equip the staff and see our teleports are lit up. We love to see it. Off to my task. 2,600 tasks for 450 points. Rune Full Helm G. Alrighty. The Clog receives another addition today. Arania Boots number 4, baby. 6251 Araxites. 4, yes, the collection log is always correct. Big money for the main account. Smoke a battle staff. Actually, I can just leave that on the ground. Pick it up on the main. Number, I don't know how many. We'll check real quick while the main gets absolutely pummeled. Number 4. And there's another smoke battle staff for our treasury on the main account. And they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming. So on and so forth. Another Thermi task completed. We received 2 Sanfew drops this one. Maybe we even got another 1 or 2. I don't remember. I started the task last night and I just so happened to log in and finish it today, so yeah, about that. Also, apparently I have a new max hit with my Eldritch Nightmare staff, 57. And shortly thereafter, we got 110 magic, plus 56 Sanfew Serum doses this task. Oh, you love to see the back-to-back Kraken task. Okay, the leap back Kraken task. 14,500 cocoa, woo! I'm just eating dinner and getting some gains. And there we have it, another Kraken task completed. The perfect amount of Piscarilius teleport scrolls were left. Taking a peek at the boss KC, we got a total of 32 Sanfew Serum doses this task. We're pretty much ready to return to Phosani now. But now I think I want to use up the rest of these runes first. So maybe one more Thermi or Kraken task will do. I think this is the first time I've had this hard clue step in the Avium Savannah in Varlamore. Free clue step for us. New collection log. Red D'hide Chaps G and another Pith helmet. A reward I can actually wear. That is crazy. They look like black D'hide Chaps G in this lighting. Oh my god. That is 585 Superiors slain. All right, buckle up because I need to explain the newest work in progress, I'm going to say, Phosani inventory. Because I'm going to be honest, this thing looks like a dog's dinner. So first off, we swapped the nature runes in the rune pouch out for air runes, and that is of course for the fire wave spell. The nature runes are in the bag now. We need to add coins to our inventory because of our new route, which I will be showing off at the end of this clip. I dropped 1 prayer potion in exchange for a piece of food as a precaution. Taking 1 Sanfew would probably be fine, as I find I use an average of 4 doses per kill. However, for that odd bad kill where I use a 5th dose, I find it's better to have the extra Sanfew. We have to add the blood runes to our inventory for the fire wave spell. And I'm deciding to keep the Sanguinesti staff in the inventory. Now, if this becomes an issue, I can always bag it, but it is there for the emergency heals. Now, the next thing you might ask is, why do your mage switches look like this? I'm hoping that in a pinch, if I make a mistake, I'll be able to do a 5-way swap to my Sanguinesti staff for the heals. With the new Mystic Vigor prayer, this provides me the same max hit. This provides me the same max hit as before. And should I phase Phosani's Nightmare and move on to the totems, this is the main 7-way swap now. I'm already doing them incorrectly, and I'm just talking to you guys about it. Oh, this is going to go so well. This is what Mystic Vigor did to me. Crazy. And one of the effects of this staff is that it should automatically cast the element of spell that whatever you're attacking is weak to. So the Phosani totems are weak to fire, therefore this staff should automatically cast Fire Wave. I shouldn't have to set an auto cast. Seeing this is throwing me back to when I did that Zamorak staff kill and using Flames of Zamorak. Oh, that was an interesting time. I believe I should be fine with one prayer potion as long as I toss out an Eldritch Spec or two throughout the fight, but I guess we'll see. Now, as for how I'm going to get to Phosani now, teleport to house. We will run to the west here. Alternatively, we could go to the east and take this charter ship, but I think it's going to be quicker to charter to Brimhaven for 30 coins, then exit the ship here and take this charter ship instead to Port Phasmatis. You might realize part of this route, as I'm sure I've shown it off before, but beyond this point, we go the normal route of through the toll gate here, and following to the north, we will take the boatman we know and love, Andrus, and we follow our normal run path to Phosani. I mean, walk path. We weigh 46 kilograms. I do want to note that even in this full magic getup, as long as I swap to my Ursine Chainmace, I will be able to one-shot the husks. As for the amount of time it took me to get here, I will put it on screen because we just arrived, and I will use the in-game timer here to count from earlier in the clip. I sure hope it's at least equivalent to my normal path here. It felt pretty quick, right? All right, here's the moment of truth. Will it auto-cast? Jagex! Okay, that looks cool, at least, once it works. Oh, my ticks are off now. So counting for the parasite is going to be interesting. 30, so I still will two-shot the parasite, which is all right. I have extra range now. Oh, that's dope. Well, that looked cool. Oh my god. Wait, so can I attack from here? Oh, I can attack from there. I've never had this much range before. Oh, that's so nice. Oh my god. That's crazy. Is this what it's like to have a shadow? Oh, I have to set this every time. Jagex, fix your staff! Wait, that should be a max hit. I missed it. I got completely psyched out by the staff not being functional. Oh, that was a double max hit. I just been. Ah, no, it was under the. Ah. That is so cool. All right, I'll admit it is a lot more to think about when I'm in the middle of doing the boss fight, but it's a lot of fun. So should they patch that up, make sure that the totems actually count as a monster, I guess, to realize that it has an elemental weakness and that the staff should auto-cast it, then I think the staff will be good. I mean, alternatively, I could drop the Sang and get an extra inventory slot for a piece of food. However, I think I'd rather have the Sang instead of a 16 HP slot of food, because the Sang can heal much more than that, even though it costs a lot more. So on average, I would normally use around 102 charges. I started with 10,000 on the Sang, so that KC we used 39 charges instead of the normal 102. So even if this staff acts as a conduit for me to save money, that's fantastic. And the kill time, 10:55, I've had better kills. Overall, not too bad. I'd say my average is probably 10:30. But then again, I have had slow kills of around 12 minutes in the recent past, so maybe that is average, I don't know. Okay, so it turns out I misunderstood how the Twin Flame staff works. So as I said in the chat here, my initial understanding was that it was supposed to auto-cast automatically. So I thought when I had it equipped like this without a spell selected, that if I clicked on an enemy with an elemental weakness, it would cast the weak spell, but that is not the case. What you have to do is have a spell selected, and in this case we will choose Wind Wave because I have the runes for that in my inventory, so when I equip the Eldritch Staff, it doesn't become uncast. So if we swap back to the Twin Flame Staff, it will auto-cast again. You see, in the last kill, because I had the Fire Wave spell selected and swapped to my Nightmare Staff to spec, it realized I didn't have enough fire runes to cast the spell, and therefore deselected the auto-cast. So at the very least, we have a saving grace of this effect, because we have Bloods and Air Runes in our inventory. Saved. Alright, so it's true. We have Wind Wave selected, and it is casting Fire Wave. So in situations like these where I'm using the Sanguinesti Staff for a heal, and I receive that heal, in order to preserve the positions of the weapons in the inventory, I have to select the Ursine Chain Mace first before selecting the Twin Flame Staff. So what do I do in a situation where I need to reset my stats, and I don't need to juggle my clues? My minigame teleport is on cooldown. It isn't right now, but imagine it is. What do I do? Well, first of all, I buy the correct potion to re-gear with. We decant the potions at this bank instead. Potions decanted, very cool. We eat the cheese potato. We buy cheese potato, eat cheese potato, and repeat until full health. We home teleport or cast the Lumbridge teleport spell, and we restore our prayer at this altar. Sure, it's not as good as restoring at Chambers of Zarek or at the respawn teleport in the Ferox Enclave. You know, you have a little less run to work with, but that's fine. We'll just walk. That's what I'm accustomed to anyways, right? Full six stepper for the rune full helm trimmed, which will be simultaneously alchemized. Collection log slot 480. I just wanted to clean up some clues before I headed back to Phosani. What the? What the hell is happening? Plugin? Hello? Let's see if this fixes it. Okay, it did. That was weird. I've never had that happen before. What? Our friendly neighborhood Theater of Blood aficionado, Paul Blart. Sorry. Paul Bloat maxed his account recently and decided to run some normal nightmares. I decided to join up. Bro. I misclicked on someone's parasite. That's crazy. A new Fours PB? Alright. Easy. Update day. February the 18th, we got an early update this week, and we now have combat achievements, which I have completed 3 of, and we are still well over the threshold for hard tier, I think. I hope this line is a good indicator of how far along I am. But looking at all of these tasks, I believe these are 15 times without leaving the area. Yeah, these are all tasks that combat-only accounts can do, so should I ever hunt combat achievements in the future, this will be a boss I go back to. A big thank you to the channel members who show their support with a monthly channel membership. A special thank you to you for joining the channel after watching that last video. And if you're watching this video at a later date, if you wish to support the channel, you can click the join button below the video. Memberships start at $1 a month, and channel members get access to the series related videos 3 days early. So how's that for a double feature, eh? That was fun, but it sure did take up a lot of editing time. Well, regardless, I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, that's all that matters. Time well spent. Anyways, click the relevant buttons below, and I'll see you in the next one.